So, upon more reflections, I realized that I wasn't always the person that didn't believe in myself and didn't have confidence and couldn't deal with people accordingly. I wasn't always the type of person to force my love on other people. And it's funny because I remember back to times where I would have friends. Like one time in middle school, I had this one friend. I had this one friend that she was my friend because I was a new kid and she volunteered to show me around. Because, the new kid is always the novelty at the time. And everybody wants to be the one to guide the new kid because it's just like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna, go and show the new kid around and all of that stuff. And, it's so great having a new kid that you can just take everywhere. And then after a while of being her friend, I made my own friends because I always did. I had multiple groups. I always had multiple groups that I would just shift through and code switch through and all of that. But I was still going with her to lunch. I would always seek her out and go to lunch with her. I didn't vibe as well with her as I did all my other friends, but I still saw us as friends. So I would choose to go to lunch with her because, she was my first friend. And, it's not that, I didn't like her anymore or anything. It was just, I don't want to. I don't know how to say it, but whatever. It was just one of those things. I didn't want to just leave her behind because I got, some new friends. So then one day, she writes me a note, a full multiple page note saying how she was so annoyed with me and that I followed her around like a lost puppy and that she was so sick of me and all of that, and that she didn't want me to follow her anymore and she didn't want to be my friend anymore. And I looked at it and I was just like, oh, excuse me. I was only still hanging out with you because I didn't want you to feel abandoned by me because I got other friends. Because I'm not that kind of person. I don't just get new friends and then leave the old ones behind. We're all together. And, I didn't eat lunch with her all the time. I also ate lunch with my other friend. And I was just like, this is some bullshit. You could have told me this a long time ago and I would have dipped. Why waste my time? So I ripped up the note and one of my other friends asked me something or whatever and somehow led into this fucking conversation. And I think it was the same day. And she was like, no, let me see the note. So I gave her the note. This was a multiple page note that I had ripped to shreds. She put the pieces together and was just like, yeah, no, this wasn't right. She could have just, handled this in a better way. I'm just still mesmerized by the fact that she taped that note back together. And it's funny because you would say that she was messy because she was just wanted to see the drama that was going on, but she was literally the most low-key person out of the entire friend group. So much so that I was the one stepping in when people would disrespect her. When people would cut the line in front of her, I'd be like, no, 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 you're not gonna do that to my friend. Because she's so chill and so sweet. I was like, no. I would literally grab her, bring her with me, and get back to our place in line. But it was funny because then after that I was just like, okay, cool, now I don't have to worry about trying to incorporate her into the entirety of my middle school life. Cool, one less thing to worry about. Moved on. Sometime later, this friend, this like ex-friend, tried to like talk to me, but I kind of like dodged her and like was just like, no, you said you didn't want to be my friend anymore. I'm not gonna entertain this. Moved on. Continue. Peace. Fast forward to fucking high school. Same motherfucking shit happens. And this friend was like, she was not even, she was more of an acquaintance than a friend. Like, kind of like that balance between, you know, I talk to you every day, so you're almost a friend, but you're still kind of an acquaintance because we really don't interact too much outside of like special clubs and stuff. And me, I was really heavy into like goth stuff, and I would get like palettes for Halloween, and it would always have that black lipstick, and I would wear that black lipstick all the time because I loved black lipstick. I loved the way it looked on me, and I didn't care what anybody else thought. Well, this friend was just like, you know, you should stop wearing that black lipstick. It doesn't look good on us. And this was after a lot of bullying that I had had on the bus, as it was, because there were these girls who also were just like, one time I was walking my dog and they lived in the neighborhood and they were like screaming, I don't want to see you wear none of that goth shit no more. Not that black lipstick, not all them black clothes, blah 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 blah. Like just screaming it across the fucking street. And so when she said that to me, like that was kind of like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And then I was just like, you know what? I don't care what you think. I don't care that you think it does not look good on us. Because she meant us. And I was just like, I don't wear it because of what everybody else thinks. I wear it because it makes me feel good and I like the way it looks on me. And I told her that directly. And then I started to pull away from, you know, interacting with her after she said that. And it seemed fine at first because she was just like, fine, you're not going to listen to me, whatever, I'm not going to be part of it. Then she also tries to strike up a conversation with me later on, and I dodged it, of course, because when people do stuff like that, I just exited. That's just how it fucking was. And so I was just like, nope, you don't get to come back into the circle. Because by this point in high school, I had even more groups than I did in middle school. I had other places to go. And so, yeah, by this point, I was like really fucking annoyed. Because it's just like, why does this always happen? Like, I didn't understand at the time because, you know, there was nobody I could really talk to about it because nobody else understood. And I'm just like, why is it that every time, like, I have somebody that has been in the group for a while or like that I considered a friend, do they do this to me? Like, they don't want to be my friend, or they like say something fucking insulting and try to insist that I bend to whatever it is that they want me to do, or just outright refuse to deal with me. And then they decide to come back. So then, like, from that point, it annoyed me so much that I would literally just be like, hey, like over and over, like reminding people that if you don't like act right, or if you continuously try to force your beliefs on me, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. I'm going to exit and you're going to regret it and come back. And I got to the point of doing that so much that I just perpetually kept ending up in these fucking cycles where I would threaten them because I know how it's going to go. And it's always gone like that with freaking friends and romantic fucking relationships until I learned not to do that anymore.